this present regime keep on deceiving people.
Why should we even import rice? Why should we import beans?
The federal government is planning to suspend duties, tariffs, and taxes on some essential food items imported through land and sea borders. It was gathered that the decision was informed by the need to bring down the cost of food items, which have hit the roof, making life unbearable for Nigerians. A source also said the listed food items, which include maize, wheat, husked brown rice, and cowpeas, would enjoy a 150-day duty-free import window. People took to the street to get reactions on duty-free import for rice, wheat, beans, and other food items.
This present regime keep on deceiving people. They have tried palliative, it's failed. They have tried government market, it's failed. So they want to try removing tariffs too. I know it will fail, it won't have any effect. They know what to do, they don't want to do it. That's the truth. They know what to do. Government know if government wants the price of things to come down now within 24 hours, they can do it. But I know when it's God's time, God will himself will intervene. Because they know what made the price of food to go up. Not only on issue of security alone, no, that's by the way. When the cost of transporting the thing from the north to the south, or the cost of transporting from one place to one region to the other is high, that's what made the price of food to go high. That's number one. Number two, they know very well that closure of border is another very big indices that made the price of food to go high. As it's affecting the importation, as they are removing the importation on food, do you think those people that are importing the food, do you think when they get to the market they will come and tell you that because they have removed the duties on rice, that will come down to 50,000? It's a lie. If they want to prove they are removing the import, you know what they will do? Let somebody carry just a bag of rice from Cotonou cross that you are coming to Nigeria, come and eat it, see what custom will do for you. They will seize it. So if government want to remove ban, they want to remove this thing, they will have said, okay, anybody that go to neighboring country to buy what you will eat, not what you will sell, leave the person alone.
We are into really deep shit. The government run by APC has never been anything that you can call a government. Since they came in, from the time of Buhari to this time, it has been one difficulty to another difficulty. And this present government now made it worse. They are deceivers. They don't have any plan for this nation. Now, each time they come up with policies that will not even last. They have come up with this one now. You will think that they have planned it very well to work out. It's a lie. They have not even planned it at all. They just came out and said it so that the news can go all around, so that people can have sympathy with them, so that they can have room to beg for more time. That is what they have been begging for. And we have given them enough time to see whether they can rectify the problem of this nation, but they are not able. They will not be able to do it. In the first case, I saw the headline on some paper talking about rice. Already they closed the border. Now rice does not come in from the border. And they don't even, when they see you with imported rice, they arrest you. So I am wondering, what kind of rice are they saying that they have removed the tax for the importation of such? I don't know. That is aside. If truly you suspended the tax on importation of some commodities, fair, good. But look at it, other areas, tariff on electricity has tripled. And now, if those things that they said that they have removed taxes from, if it eventually come in, maybe there are some that needed to be freezed. The cost of freezing it will also even increase it the more. So at the end of the day, you will not find out that the tax that they say they have suspended will have no effect whatsoever. on these commodities.
In a way, it's going to actually do that if it is going to be for a certain period that the duty-free importation will occur. But if it's going to be made a blanket free for all, it certainly would help for a short while, not necessarily for a long term. So I think if they can do it, I think it will be okay. This is another aspect of the government aspect. We have so many policies that have been shunned out, but the implementation is really the issue. They hardly implement to the fullest. Before you know it, they will say this is what we are going to do for this period and for so certain time. But at the end of the day, probably they don't have the political will to see to the full implementation of it. And of course, don't forget that you have so many stakeholders that also they work behind to see that those policies are not fully implemented, because they know that it's going to affect their own. But we are talking of the general masses now, but not of individual interests. So there is always a clash between individuals and then those stakeholders. And I can tell you for sure, they have their backings from the government.
The idea of suspending tax and whatever the government said about food duties is not the solution to our problem. One, let them do something about the terrorists, kidnappers that has invaded our farms. That's where the problem is. Because it's been known, we are not beginning to feel the effect because this is something that happened like 3-4 years ago. Why should we even import rice? Why should we import beans? Why should we import maize? When we have a fertile soil that can produce this thing. It's like you have a wife that can give a baby. You are going out to go and like begin to do what they call, buy babies or buy children. So it doesn't make sense. To me, 2 days, even for a year or 2 years, it doesn't make sense. We should encourage our farmers. Our leaders should stop politicizing the distribution of fertilizer, the distribution of agric loan. They should stop politicizing. If they keep giving agric loan to their politicians, giving fertilizers to their politicians, the real people that need the fertilizer and the agric loan are not getting it. This is where the problem is. That is phase 2. Then phase 1 is the terrorists disturbing our farmers. That is another problem. So these two things should be tackled. If they are serious and they really want to solve the problem, let them face it. Chase away terrorists from our farmlands. Make sure you give fertilizer to the real farmers, agric loan to the real farmers. By next year, we're going to have surplus of food. Farmers in the village cannot go to farm. What do you expect? Even in the city, people want to farm. This small garden or the other, they still can't even get it. So that is the problem. Suspending import tax, to me, is just a political gimmick. It's just a new song they are trying to sing. It doesn't make any difference.